So I like this one here. Skeptical professor. I hear this at the universities all the time. We don't even have evidence that Jesus ever existed. Have you ever heard that before? Yep, a few people. You've heard it. Most students don't have an answer. Oh, really? Yeah, it's all those, that pious deception is all it is, right? That Jesus existed. Pious deception, they call it. And then I'll show you another pious exception in a little, one in a little bit too. Well, wait a minute. I'd like to tell this professor that we have more evidence for the existence of Jesus Christ than that professor who says he didn't exist. We have more historical evidence for Jesus. And look at all the places you can tell, read. And some of these are places where they would rather not have Jesus exist. Okay? But really, we have evidence. We have a lot of historical record that Jesus existed. What about this one from another atheist site? That Nazareth never existed during the time that Jesus supposedly lived. He said, it's the town that theology built. Jesus never existed. All right? And that's, well, Jesus never existed, neither did the town. They said there was no hint of Nazareth before 400 AD from archaeology. By the way, an argument that it wasn't there because I haven't found evidence of it yet is not a good argument logically. Okay? It means you need to do more digging, probably. And so they called it pious deception to build this whole case for the reliability of the scripture way back then. Problem? They found Nazareth. They found it. What was going on is the house in Nazareth was found. The church that is traditionally in the site of where they say was Jesus' home, where he grew up, a good share of his life, that particular home. They have a church on that particular place, and they say, and all their signs and everything, this is on the site that Jesus lived. That's what they say. Well, they wanted to expand the church. When you expand anything, when you build any new structure in Israel right now, you have to go to the Antiquities Board. And you have to get clearance, just like you get a building permit for something. Part of that building permit is a clearance from the Antiquities Division. Okay? And why? It's because there's so much archaeological stuff in Israel. So much. And they don't want you to destroy something while you're excavating to put in a new building. So that while they're doing this archaeological excavation around that to find out if there's anything substantial, sure enough, at the same level that Jesus would have existed, would have lived, they found a house right there, a 900 square feet house. All right, now, they can't tell that Jesus actually lived there, although the church tradition said he did, okay? And, but the pottery, first of all, because of the type of ceremonial pottery and some of the other stuff, indicates it was a Jewish family. So that much they were able to identify. So was that Jesus? Well, maybe. But what it does show is, after they've done more excavation, sure enough, Jesus, or Nazareth, did exist at the time Jesus said. So forget that particular skeptical argument, right? Yes, Jesus existed. All right. So, I guess I'm saying, somebody comes up with an argument, stand firm. I can give you 100 of those kind of arguments tonight. I'm not going to tonight, okay? We'd be here all night.